Okay, hello, my dear friends. So this is in the continuation of accounting terminology. Next accounting terminology is purchase return and purchase allowance. Purchase return means bargashte kharid, and allowance means ata, padash, ya, takhfif. What do you mean by this one? See the point. Suppose if you purchase some goods, when you check it later on, you find that there are some problem with the product and you return it back to the supplier or you return it back to the seller. This can be called as what? As a purchase return. For example, you purchase 4 computers from Sidi Kumar. Later on you find it, so one of the computer is not as per your requirements, or it is damaged or whatever. So it is not as per your requirement. So you just may return it back to the Sidi Kumar, to that specific supplier or seller. That one can be called as what? Can be called as purchase return. On the other side, what is purchase allowance? See, allowance is mentioned separately, but it is purchase allowance. What is purchase allowance? Purchase allowance means you receive the goods from the supplier. When you check that, one of the goods is not as per your requirement. But instead of returning back to the supplier, you talk with the supplier and you mention the problem with the supplier. And supplier agreed to reduce the price of that specific product. So that reduction in the price of the product can be called as what? As purchase allowance. Let me take a simple example. See this one. Ahmad bought 4 computers from City Plaza. How many computers? 4 computers. Each for how much? For 300 on 1st 2019. He returned back 1 computer to supplier or seller on the 2nd of the January. 1st January خریداری کرد هر کامپیوتر به 300 و 2 جنوری دوباره پس چی کرد؟ پس ریترن کرد. اینا رو ما تفسیر میکنیم که اینی چی کار کرده؟ 4 computer purchased. اول چند کامپیوتر خریداری شد؟ 4 computer. چند کامپیوتر پس روان کرد؟ 1 computer. 1 computer can be called as what? A purchase return. این مثال چی بود؟ مثال purchase return. 4 تا خرید، یک تاش دوباره پس چی کرد؟ روان کرد. خیلی ببینید. If in the above example, seller agreed to reduce the price of a computer from 300 to how much? 290 instead of returning back. Here, the amount of 20 is called what? Purchase allowance. متوجه شدیم؟ سیلر گفت برو پدرم یک دونه تخیر پس نبر. امور پس نبر، من 300 برد حساب نمیکنم. چند حساب میکنم؟ 180. چقدر قیمتش کم کرد؟ 20 روپه. اینمی 20 روپه که در قیمت کم شد به نام چی یاد میشه؟ به نام allowance یاد میشه. allowance هم تقریبا چی معنی میده؟ discount معنی میده. درست است؟ Once again, if you purchase something and if you don't like it or it is not as per the requirement, you return it back to the supplier. So that one can be called the purchase return. But if you communicate to the supplier and supplier agree to reduce the price of that product and instead of returning back, that reduction in the price, كل price نه, that reduction in the price of the product, for example in this case 20, is called what? Purchase allowance. This is purchase and purchase allowance. On the other side, we have sales return and of course sales allowance. Sales return means برگشت فروش و sales allowance means عطا یا پاداش. خود allowance چی معنی میده؟ پاداش، تخفیف و غیره. قبلا یه چی کرده معنی کرده بود. See, the one which we said before, for example, if goods are not according to your sample and return back to the supplier. This is not purchase return, but from whom? From the purchaser perspective. ای از نگاه کسی که خریده ای رو purchase return میگه. مگر اونمو معامله را از نگاه کسی که فروخته به نام چی یاد میکنه؟ به نام sales return. یعنی purchase return و sales return اردویش عین معامله است. From the buyer perspective, it is called purchase return. From the seller perspective, it is called what? Sales return. See the example. If the goods are returned back to the supplier by the buyer, so that can be called as what? As a sales return. If goods returned back by the purchaser to the seller, it is called sales return from seller's perspective. از نگاه سیلر ایره به نام sales return یاد میکنه، مگر از نگاه پرچیسر ایره به نام چی یاد میکنه؟ به نام purchase return یاد میکنه. درست است؟ پس sales و purchase اردویش دو ساید یک coin است. They are two sides of the same coin. یعنی فقط یکیش بدون دیگهش نمیتونه باشه، چون که عین معامله بر یک نفر فروش میشه و به نفر دیگه چی میشه؟ سلز میشه. So now what is sales allowance? If the seller gets the information about the defect or damage supplies etc, and the seller agree to allow some rebates in the price of the merchandise, it is called what? Sales allowance. The same thing. Buyer communicate to the seller that this is the problem with your product. Either I will return it, or otherwise you have to reduce the price of the product. Suppose in this case, like the previous one, seller agree to reduce the price of the product for some amount. So that can be called, that reduction or decrease in the price of the product can be called the sales allowance from the seller's perspective. یعنی از نگاه چی؟ از نگاه سیلر. همین مثال قبلی را که پیشتر ما شما دوباره پخش کنیم میشه مثال بتیم باید میتونیم چی بکنیم تشریح. City Plaza sold 4 computers to Ahmad, each for how much? This much on 1 January. It received 1 computer back from Ahmad. Usually in all ما از نگاه دکاندار گپ میزنیم دیگه. Interpretation. 4 computer can be called as sales and 1 computer can be called as what? Sales return. 4 کامپیوتر فروخته بود، یک دانه چی شد برش؟ پس آمد. این چی شد؟ Sales return. If in the above example, seller agreed to reduce the price of that computer from 300 to 280 instead of returning back, here the amount of 20 is called sales allowance from City Plaza's point of view. اینا اگه سیتی پلازا بگه برو بدرم یک دانه را پس نبرگم که $20 قیمت چی میکنم؟ کم میکنم. این میره از نگاه سیتی پلازا به نام چی یاد میکنن؟ به نام سیلز الاونس. مگر از نگاه احمد به نام چی یاد میکردیره؟ پرچیز الاونس. احمد روان کرد دوباره چی یاد کردش؟ پرچیز ریتون. از نگاه سیتی پلازا به نام چی یادش کرده؟ به نام سیلز ریتون. Right? So purchase return from Ahmad point of view and of course sales return from City Plaza point of view. Sales allowance from the City Plaza point of view and purchase allowance from Ahmad point of view. These are the points that please remember it. Next accounting terminology is discount. Discount means تنزيل يا تخفيف. What do you mean by this one? It is a deduction, reduction or grant or an allowance from the price of goods or any other asset purchased, sold, purchased or sold, or from amount payable or amount receivable. Each monometer. It's the reduction or it's the deduction or it's the decrease or reduce from the price of products, services, or any other assets, as well as amount payable or amount receivable when you pay or when you receive. Let me give a simple example. Suppose you purchase a computer from CD Kumar, for example. The price or the actual price of that computer is $500. After several negotiation and bargaining, so you get it, for example, the price was 500, suppose you get it, suppose for 400. So this 100 decrease in the price of the product can be called as what? As discount. But in order to explain the term discount in details, why? Because this definition includes several things. So we have to discuss the type of this one. For the time being, just remember discount means تخفیف. Discount چی معنی میده؟ تخفیف. مگر اگه بخوایم که دقیق بفهمیم میره، حالا میخونیم تایپایشه. تایپایش اگه بخونیم بازیات چی میشه بر ما؟ ساده میشه. We have two types of discount. Can be trade discount and can be cash discount. Remember بازم اینجا میره چی میکنم یک بار؟ تشریح میکنم. Trade discount and cash discount. Trade discount means this one. تخفیف تجاری. تخفیف عمده از طرف تولید کننده به خریدار یا تخفیف صنفی. This is an allowance or reduction made from the price list of merchandise, assets, or asset at the time when it is being purchased or sold. No entry is passed for trade discount. See this one. Trade discount, trade simply means buying and selling. Trade means what? Buying and selling. So discount at the timing of buying and selling can be called as what? A trade discount. You buy goods, you buy service, you buy machine, you buy land, buildings, anything. If the seller provide you any kinds of discount on that time, it means at the time of buying and selling, so that discount can be called as what discount? Trade discount. So trade discount, as it is clear from the title itself, trade discount simply means discount at the time of buying and selling. چرا؟ ترید چی منامته؟ ترید buying and selling منامته، خرید فروش منامته. پس هر تخفیفی که در وقت خرید فروش گرفتی به نام چی یاد میشه؟ به نام trade discount. درست است؟ Example of this one. Ahmad purchased 2 machines for $290 each on 1/1/2019. But the listed price of each machine was equal to how much? 300. Here, Ahmad received a trade discount of $10 for each machine. The value of each machine was 300, but Ahmad purchased for 290. It means he received a discount of how much for each? $10. قیمتا اصلا 300 بود مگر دکاندار به چند فروخت؟ به 290 فروخت. چقدر کم فروخت؟ ده. یعنی $10 که در وقت خرید و فروش دیسکانت گرفت به نام چی یاد میشه؟ به نام ترید دیسکانت. ببینید؟ یا حتی امکان داره ترید دیسکانت نتر باشه. 3 تا بخر 1 تا مفت بگیریم. یک دانش هم میتونه چی گفته شه؟ دیسکانت گفته شه. درست است؟ So ایره به نام چی یاد میگیرن؟ ترید دیسکانت. Why we gave trade discounts, or why the supplier gave trade discounts? Usually supplier gave trade discount because of bulk purchase. Bulk purchase means more quantity. یعنی جنسا را زیاد که خریداری کنن با خاطر که زیاد میخری با چی میتبره؟ برای دیسکاونت میته. درست است؟ This is called trade discount. On the other side we have cash discounts. تخفیف نقدی یا تخفیف مخصوص خریداری که وجه را در موعد مقرر بپردازد. See what do you mean by this one? When a person pays his debt before date, the receiver of cash may allow him certain amount as a concession for prompt payment. This deduction is called what? Cash discount. And this discount will be in the form of percentage or in the form of net amount. See this one. Cash discount means discount at the time of payment or receipt of cash, as we can see from the title. Cash discount means discount at the time of payment of cash or at the time of receipt of cash. See this one. Suppose you sell a machine to Mr. Ahmad for 50,000 Afghani. For how much Afghani? 50,000 Afghani. And Ahmad promised you to pay you after 6 months. After how many months? After 6 months. So definitely within this time period, you cannot call Mr. Ahmad to pay your money. Why? Because you have given him the... so you cannot tell him to please pay before 6 months. Why? Because you have given him 6 month time period. So within or before the 6 months, you cannot call him. But you can do one thing. You can talk to Mr. Ahmad to please pay after a few days, but pay less than 50,000, right? For example, pay 45,000 instead of 50,000. So this reduction in the payment of amount, in order to encourage Mr. Ahmad to pay before the time, that can be called as what discount? Cash discount. شما احمد تشویق کردن که بیادر پیسگاه که تا خیر زود بپرداز مگر خیر کم بپرداز. خیر کم بپرداز مگر زودتر. مردم دیدین نه؟ یکان تو میگه برو بیادر پیسه ما برو 1 سال بان نتی امور امیوالا بده خیرت 1 لک نتی امور 90,000 بده. اینمی 10,000 که اینجا کم میشه بنام چیود میشه؟ بنام discounted میشه. right? See, when a person pay his debt چی منامته؟ قرض منامته. When a person pay his debt before debt یک نفر قرض خود پیش از وقت میپردازه the receiver of cash may allow him certain amount of concession. Concession means reduction for prompt payment or quick payment. This deduction or reduction is called cash discount. Cash discount can be in terms of percentage or cash discount can be in terms of amount. For example, pay before the time, pay 10% less. Instead of 1 lakh, pay 90. Instead of 10,000, pay 9,000. Pay 20% less. Instead of 10,000, pay 8,000 only. 2,000 شاید دیگه نپرداز. او رو بنام چی یاد میگن؟ بنام کش دیسکانت. درست است؟ یک با متوجه باشین که ترید دیسکانت در وقت خرید و فروش میشه و کش دیسکانت در چه وقت میشه؟ در وقتی که پیمنت مانی شود. متوجه باشین یک قسمت. Trade discount can be for cash transaction and trade discount can be for credit transaction. But cash discount is basically for the purpose of credit transactions. Which transactions? Credit transaction. Unless there is a credit transactions, there won't be any kinds of cash discount. اول باید معامله قرضی بوده باشه که در سابق من قرضدار شده باشم و در آینده باز معامله را پولش بپردازم چند؟ یکم کمتر. درست؟ Remember this point. There are two types of cash discount. Cash discount can be discount allowed, or cash discount can be discount received. Even trade discount also can be discount allowed, discount received, but usually we use it in the case of cash. So two types of cash discount, discount allowed and discount received. Discount allowed means when you gave discount for the others. For example, you're the shopkeeper, you gave discounts for someone. And instead of selling for 100, you may sell it for 90. So this can be called as what? Discount allowed. And remember, discount allowed is a kind of expense. یک مصرف است. چرا؟ به خاطر که تو نقص میکنی به جای 100 روپیه چند روپیه دریافت کردی؟ 90 روپیه. این یک چی است؟ یک مصرف است. And the second type is discount received. When discount is earned, if you receive discount from others, it means others gave you discount, right? It means you pay 90 instead of 100. It means you pay less. So if you pay less, it means you receive the discount. So this discount can be called as what? Discount received. And remember, discount received is a kind of what? Income. Income چی مونومتا؟ آید مونومتا. Usually the term discounts are mentioned in this way in the accounting documents or in the business documents. So they mention like this: 2% / 10 - net / what? 30. What do you mean by this one? It means that you purchased a good and you have to pay within how many days? Within 30 days. 30 days, it means after 30 days, you should not postpone your payment after 30 days. Within 30 days, you have to pay. If you did not pay within 30 days, of course, we have to penalize you. اگر در ظرف 30 روز نپرداختی با چی میشی؟ جریمه میشی. مگر یک گپک دیگر متوجه باشی. If you pay within 10 days of purchase, you will get a discount of how many percentage? Discount of 2%. Are you getting my point? امروز من خریداری میکنم. اگر در ظرف 10 روز پیسهش پرداختم چقدر دیسکاونت میده؟ 2%. اگر نپرداختم سر از تاریخ 11 دیگه دیسکاونت نه. 12 13 15 تا چندمه؟ تا 30. تا 30 را باید من بپردازم شه که از 11 به بعد دیگه دیسکاونت وجود نداره. بعد اگر 30 اگر ناوقت کنی به جایی که دیسکاونت بده با چی میشی؟ با جریمه میشی. Right? So pay within 30 days. If you pay within 10 days, you will get a discount of 30%. در ظرف 30 روز خب باید بپردازی. اگر بعد از تو بسیار خوب آدم شدی در ظرف 10 روز پرداختی چه خبر دیسکاونت میتم؟ 2% discount میتم. For example, Mr. Ali is liable to pay $5,000 to Mr. Rahim after 6 months. After how many months? 6 months. But Rahim called him to pay $4,800 today instead of 6 months later. Instead of paying $5,000 after 6 months, so please pay $4,800 today. In this case, here, Ali received and Rahim allowed a discount of how much? $200. So Ali received the discount and Rahim allowed the discount of $200. Right? So this was regarding what? Regarding discount. So I'm going to explain this part as well in this video. Net purchase یا خرید چی؟ خالص مانامد. What do you mean by net purchase? Net purchase means total purchase minus purchase return or allowance as well as minus what? Trade discount. مجموع فروشات purchase return و discount چیزا را کم کو اونمو چی بد اسمه؟ net purchase یا فروش خریدی چی خالص. For example, you purchase good for example for 1 lakh Afghani. For how much Afghani? At the beginning it is the price is suppose 1 lakh. You get a discount of 10%. Out of 1 lakh, 10% discount, it means 10,000 is discount. So 1 lakh reduced to how much? 90,000. You return, suppose, some part of those goods back to the supplier, which the value of that is suppose 40,000. How much? 40,000. So now, how much is the net purchase? Total purchase was 1 lakh. You received a discount of 10,000 and you return part of the goods, which was for 40,000. 40,000 and 10,000 become 50. From 1 lakh minus 50, so net purchase become equal to how much? 50,000, right? So once again, it is very simple. From total purchase minus your purchase return as well as what? As well as trade discount or allowance. So total purchase minus all of these, so you get what? Net purchase. The same way, net sales. فروش خالص. Net sales is equal to sales minus sales return, allowance, and trade discount. how much is the total sale. suppose ما 20 دانه کامپیوتر فروختم، 15 دانش پس به ما چی شد؟ پس آمد. در حقیقت فروش خالص ما چند دانه کامپیوتر است؟ تنها 5 دانه کامپیوتر است. Or for example, today I sold for example goods for amount 3 lakh Afghani. For how much Afghani? 3 lakh. But at the end of the day, some of the customer return good back to the business for 1 lakh. For how much? For 1 lakh. So I sold for 3 lakh and I received back goods for 1 lakh. So my net sale is only how much? 2 lakh. Why? Because 3 lakh minus 1 lakh become how much? 2 lakh. This is net sale. These points are very important. Vouchers. Voucher چی معنی سند حسابداری یا مدرک. Documentary evidence of business transaction is called what? Voucher. It can be cash memo, it can be invoice. Documentary evidence, it means the documentary proof of business transaction can be called as what? As a voucher. Because some people can be called as a voucher. امی که وقت فروشات میکنین در اوراق یا در داکومنت نوشته میکنین منیس یک سند در روی ورق. میتونه ورق باشه، میتونه کامپیوتر دیجیتال باشه. It can be soft one, it can be hard one. اینمی سند خرید و فروش و غیره مسائل به نام چی میکنه؟ به نام واوچر. Documentary evidence of business transaction. It act as a evidence. Evidence چی معنی شاهد، گواه. It act as a evidence of your business transaction. Any document which act as a evidence of your business transaction can be called as what? The voucher. It can be cash memo, it can be invoice. Cash memo is used for cash transaction and invoice is used for credit transaction. So all those documents which show your reality of your transaction, that can be called as what? As voucher. Next point is office supply. مواد و تجهیزات لازم دفتر. Office supplies means various articles bought for consumptions. موادایی که در بزنس خریده شده به خاطر چی استفاده شدن. For example, letterheads. ورقایی که عنوان یا آدرس خود پانتون به طور مثال در کاردان اگه باشه یا در ارگانیزیشن های شما لوگوی ارگانیزیشن در بالایش چی هست تا پکدگی سگ آدرس و غیره کانتاکت نمبر و غیره مسائل ذکر میشه شروع برام میشه میکنه letterhead میکنه. Envelopes also can be called as office supplies. Pencils, carbon papers, typewriters, A4 papers, several other things that we use daily in the office can be called as what? As office supplies. And next one is account. Account چی معنی حساب یا صورت مبالغ دریافتی و یا پرداختی. درسته؟ حساب خوب بهترین میتونه چی باشه؟ حساب باشه. درسته؟ معنی دقیق. What do you mean by this one? It is the summary of various business transactions relating to a particular person, asset, expenses, or income for a given period of time. So the summary of various transactions relating to Ahmad. We have several transactions relating to Ahmad. And we record those transactions in one place. So that place can be called as what? Account, but account of Ahmad. We have several transactions regarding purchase. And we record it in one place. So that place can be called purchase account. We have several transactions regarding cash. And those transactions are recorded in one place. So that place can be called as what? Cash account. So the summary of several or various transactions relating to Ahmad, relating to machine, relating to computer, relating to cordon, relating to anything, that can be called as what? As account. درست؟ مجموعی ترانزکشن ها را فقط در رابطه با احمد یا محمود یا علی. اگر از علی بر علی نشته میگیریم، اگر در احمد از بر احمد نشته میگیریم، اگر از کامپیوتر از بر کامپیوتر نشته میگیریم، این مجموعش به نام چی یاد میکنه؟ به نام این لوکیشن به نام چی یاد میکنه؟ به نام اکانت یاد میکنه.